I want my son to marry her, he thought. Tell her that her son has to wait 3 months until they can be married. He replied to the Sultan. He hoped that in that time his son would be able to marry her. Aladdin's mom agreed to the terms and hurried home to Aladdin. So we have Aladdin over here, who's deeply in love with the princess. After 2 months, Aladdin grew antsy, so his mother went into town to buy oil. Yay! The princess is getting married! People cheered all over the city. Oh no, I must inform Aladdin, she thought to herself. Aladdin was hurt. The Sultan had lied to him. Aladdin went to the genie and asked him to give the princess's new husband nightmares, so that hopefully he would be so scared he would not want to stay married to her. His wish was granted. By the second night, the princess's new husband asked to be separated. And so they were. Aladdin heard the news and sent his mother to remind the Sultan of his promise to Aladdin. She forgot to come with gifts this time, though. And so the Sultan was less willing to fulfill his promise. When consulting his assistant, he said, "Come up with something so big that no man can ever accomplish it." Because he was bitter. So the Sultan returned to Aladdin's mom, saying that he could marry his daughter if he sent 80 well-dressed servants, 40 basins of gold, and jewels. So she went to deliver the message to her son. And then over here we have the princess and her new husband, and sad little Aladdin over here crying. Once Aladdin heard the conditions, he quickly summoned it all from the genie. He sent all the servants to the Sultan's house. Everyone who saw was astonished, especially the Sultan. He was very pleased and told Aladdin's mom to go get Aladdin a horse nicer than the Sultan's 20 servants to follow me, plus 6 beautifully dressed servants for my mom, and then 10,000 pieces of gold in 10 bags. Please. Aladdin requested before heading to the Sultan's. "Marry my daughter now. This is all fabulous," the Sultan demanded. But Aladdin reasoned that beforehand he needed to make a beautiful, stunning palace for the princess. Off Aladdin went to have the genie build the most gorgeous palace ever. So we got, we have all of the 80 servants carrying the gold, and the Sultan very pleased. The next day it was there. Aladdin went to go meet the princess. As soon as she saw Aladdin, she was captivated, finding him to be so handsome. They married, and within 24 hours, the Sultan came over to see the palace that had been built. The Sultan was awestruck. "Wow, this is magnificent! I have never seen such dazzling jewels nor workmanship." When the Sultan's assistant heard about it, he was jealous and highly skeptical. He wanted the king, he warned the king that he thought it was made by magic. Word about Aladdin spread quickly. He was made captain of the Sultan's armies and quite successful, yet he was still humble, which made him even more captivating to the people's eyes. Far off in Africa, the magician from years earlier heard of Aladdin's success and immediately knew that it was the poor tailor's son who had the magical lamp. He became determined to steal it back, so off he went to go steal the lamp. And we have over here the princess, who's now deeply, deeply in love with Aladdin.